And good morning, welcome. I want to talk to you today about maybe you're missing some opportunities that could be right in front of you and you're missing them. And it's all about the way we think. Our thoughts are so powerful, whether you're attracting success into your life or not. And there's a little trick and some things I want to share with you. So welcome. And if you're joining me live, please say hello. Tell me where you're coming from. I'd love to know where on this planet you're from. And if we haven't met before, my name is Dodd, and I'm here to inspire, encourage, train you whatever way I can so that you can bring your business online and use the power of social media to leverage your business. So welcome, and it's Monday today, so I like to do a little bit of personal development because it's all in the mindset as to how we go forward. How we think is how we act, and that determines our success. And so today especially, I have some couple little tidbits about how we think. So have you ever thought, okay, I know that I want to do something, but there's something niggling in my mind about whether I should do it or shouldn't I do it. It's right in front of me, and or you don't notice something and you miss it. Well, my mentor talks about someone that she follows, Kerwin Ray, and there's this thing. And for example, has this ever happened to you? My partner went out to the shed and is looking for an axe, and he's looking everywhere, and so he comes back in and says, have you seen that? And so I go right out there, and he's standing right there, and I go, and it's right dead center in front of him, like in plain view, hanging right in front of him. And so have you ever had that where something's looking at you, it's right in front of you, but you can't see it, and somebody else points out to you, is this what you're looking for? And so it's really a thing, and it's called scotoma, and it's where it's a psychologically induced blind spot. So you're thinking to yourself, I'm not going to find it, or I can't find the axe, or I can't find the salt on the shelf, or whatever it is. And so even though it's right in front of you, you can't find it. Have you ever been there? It's kind of funny at the time, but it's really a thing. And so turning that around to business, that means that if you're thinking to yourself, well, this is too hard, or I can't do that, or I'm not good enough, or all those things that we talk about, then you're going to just stop right there and just you're not going to do it. You're going to make excuses for yourself. You're going to lose, connections, relationships. You're going to not learn something. It's not going to work for you because you have that psychologically induced blind spot, thinking, no, I can't do it. So that's what happens. And it's so easy, it can be related to relationships, mentorship, training, learning, all kinds of different things. So it's, what you're thinking, that, what you think is possible, whether it can work or not. And, you can tell yourself over and over again that things are hard, and you don't have the right personality or whatever. And if you keep thinking that, then it's not going to work for you because you're self-sabotaging. It's just, you're going to make excuses. No, I can't do this, so why bother? And that kind of thing. So it's what you tell yourself plays out in reality. So to flip that around now, to change it, there's the opposite, which is the RAS, R-A-S, reticular activation system. And so if you're thinking about something, then, and you're tuned into it, then you see more and more of that. For instance, if you're driving around and you're thinking about yellow cars, then you start to notice yellow cars everywhere. Or, whatever it is. People, okay, for example, I'm just in the process of going through this separation. And so now I notice, okay, everyone's talking about separation. Everyone I see seems to go, oh, I'm going through the same thing. And I'm going, oh, okay, so it's whatever your brain is picking up on. And so that's what you're going to see. So it's that level of awareness. And so if you can turn your obstacles around and think, okay, no, I can do this, or this is what I'm looking for, then you're going to start to see more of that. You're going to start to see that opportunity. So it's that level of awareness of deciding what it is that you want and then tuning in on that, and then it's going to happen. So here's another example from Mel Robbins, who's a guru, you know, that I like to follow. So she was going to a yoga class early in the morning, and she got there quite early so that the doors weren't open yet. And so her brain she's saying, well, the door's not open yet, I'm too early, I can go home and do work. And this happens to me all the time. I think, okay, I have to do all this work, so I'm not going to, you know, go for the walk or do this because I really have to get this done. So she's sitting there in her car thinking, okay, I could go home and skip the yoga. And she goes, no, I really need to do the yoga. So she's aware of this. She's aware of how her brain can trick her. And so into talking her out of things. And so she goes, no, I need this yoga and I'm just going to stay and do it. So she stayed and did it. So it's that level of awareness that we need to know that our brain wants to trick us into talking us out of doing things. If it's a little bit too hard, if it's a little bit of risk or anything like that. And so having that level of awareness saying, no, this is what I want, this is what I need, stuff those negative thoughts away and just go for it. So, you know, being able to take a risk, you know, not hold yourself back and just go for it. So having that, turning it around, and reticular activation system, have that goal or that thought in your mind and make that your focus, whatever it is that you're focusing on, and push away all the self-doubts. Because you know you're sabotaging yourself. So when you hear that negative voice in your head saying, oh, I don't know if I can do this, or I'm not good enough, or whatever it is, just stop and say, okay, that's just my brain ticking away, trying to protect myself because I have to get out of my comfort zone. I have to take a risk. I'm scared. There's fear involved. Realize that that's when the growth happens. So push all those negative thoughts away. Realize that you're self-sabotaging, and, you know, just get through it. Get rid of those thoughts. Get rid of that negativity. And you know, it's because you don't see the salt in the cupboard, you don't see the axe in the shed and that kind of thing. So, but you can really do anything you want to do as long as you switch off those negative thoughts. You know, if you have the negative thought, thank your brain for it, but switch it around and just you can do whatever you set your mind to do. Your mind is open to endless possibilities. And then the trick is to not just think it, but actually to put it into action. So having great thoughts about, oh, I'm going to do this, this, and this is wonderful, but actually put it into action. So what's your take on this? You know, have you had those experiences, and do you have those negative thoughts, and do you let them just keep going, or do you put them down, put them aside, and move forward? So, you know, what are your thoughts on that? And actually put them into action. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. I hope that has been of value to you. If you know someone who could benefit from this, please feel free to pass this along to them. And I thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to me. And I go live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at approximately 9 a.m. Pacific time in Canada. So until Wednesday, have a wonderful day, whatever part of the day it is for you, and we will see you again. Bye for now.